saw the stream that we did of the sister who gave President Biden his tour, Michelle. He gave her the tour. She gave him the tour just a little bit earlier, and what happened there was by having that tour, by being able to show him around, then we had the opportunity to ask her questions after she finished her tour with the president. So the only reason you're about to see the interview with her after her tour is because we were in the room. We can't be in the room if we then are not able to leverage our influence. And so that's what happens. And so when I play this video here, this is the sister who gave President Joe Biden the tour of the Greenwood Cultural Center today. This is why we have to be in the room. And so a lot of folks who run their mouths, these fake YouTube historians, folk who love to say that they are for the people, they aren't even talking about anybody who's in the room. This is why you get to see this conversation.
The Brown is okay.
What's your say it again?
Program coordinator, Michelle Brown-Burdex. Burdex, B-U-R-D-E-X.
So you spoke of the overpass. You spoke of the interstate, but there's also you spoke of the overpass and the interstate, but there's also an issue of the minor league baseball field is right next, is adjacent. It's not even next door. It's right on the half a block of Black Wall Street. You also have Oklahoma State, a campus, a satellite campus. I mean, there's white prosperity now on the land where black prosperity used to be. So there is no chance to rebuild, or is there a chance to rebuild some kind of way?
At this moment, there is no opportunity to rebuild Black Wall Street as a black-owned business district on this land. Black Wall Street today is an idea. It's a concept that can be duplicated and replicated across our country. It is an effort to support and empower black entrepreneurs to begin to reopen their businesses, to recreate Black Wall Street. However, a physical location in this space may never exist again.
You also have the issue, you have no exit ramp here, so if somebody wants to come here, they would have to go around to even get to this Greenwood district.
Absolutely. The expressway completely separates North Tulsa from the city of Tulsa as a whole, North Tulsa being predominantly African American. So absolutely. The railroad tracks that you can see just south of here are still a dividing line between our community and the community as a whole. It was those railroad tracks that white rioters crossed over in 1921. And I do want people to know, when we talk about the history of the massacre that took place here, was how African Americans stood up to help protect Dick Roland, how they went to his defense, how lynchings were all too common in Oklahoma during that time, and they knew that he would be lynched because of inflammatory articles that appeared in the local newspapers, including the Tulsa Tribune. So when you consider that 100 or so black men went to the jailhouse to offer to help protect Dick Roland, and as they are approaching, they already see that there are several thousand whites who have gathered there, and yet they press on in an effort to help protect this young black man. So that speaks to their courage and to their resilience and to their strength. And for some time, until white rioters were deputized, they were able to defend their community. They were able to defend their community. So we want to remember that.
And Michelle, even this land is owned by the city.
Yes.
And so DeMario, what he was saying is, part of this whole issue with the Victims Compensation Fund is for the city to give this land back to community activists. So this, at least this center, is in black-owned hands.
Yes.
Michelle,
yes.
What's it like to have the president here today?
It is so significant to have a president who is willing to acknowledge this history, to bring national attention to this story.
Did he mention a presidential apology by any chance? Because they're talking repair, but did he take it another step further and say anything about a presidential apology?
The only conversation that I've had with him was the conversation that you just witnessed. So he has not said that to me, and I'm sure I wouldn't be the first to know.
Okay, folks, we got to clear this area. Thank you so much.
See, folks, if you're not in the room, you can't get that. If we're not on the ground, we couldn't have got all this stuff. This is why we ask you to support us in what we do. Folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have that you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.
Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.